Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And today I'm here with a review of a movie that came out in theaters, a couple months back, but of course it was a limited release, which of course meant it came nowhere around me. But anyway, now it's on DVD and Blu-ray for everyone to see. And ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't wait to check this one out. My review of the 2017 comedy drama Brigsby Bear, coming up now. In what seems to be a post-apocalyptic future, a young man named James lives in an underground bunker with his parents and is not allowed to go outside. The only thing that he cares about in life is a television show called Brigsby Bear, which he gets VHS tapes of every week and posts vlogs of on the internet. One day, James gets a shock that changes his whole world when the police show up and tell him that he was kidnapped when he was an infant, and the people he thought were his parents are actually his captors. He then moves in with his real family and finds out that Brigsby Bear was a show that was made for him by his fake father, and no one else in the world has ever seen it. James sets out to finish the series by making a movie to wrap up all of those loose ends. So what did I think of Brigsby Bear? I thought it's an unusual but crowd-pleasing comedy drama. I went into this film knowing virtually nothing about it other than hearing positive reactions. From the beginning of the film, I found myself very surprised as the story unraveled, and it kept me very interested in what was going on and trying to figure out what was actually happening. It certainly had a very unpredictable setup. After Josh's world is turned upside down and basically everything he knows is wrong, he has to change his entire life and move in with his actual family. It's intriguing to see him interact with his dad, mom, and sister, who are very worried about his obsession with the children's television show. It's fun to see James do things for the first time, such as go to the movies, go to a party and make friends, and have a somewhat romantic encounter with a girl. It's enthralling to see James try his hand at making this film and share some bonding time with his sister and her friends, who become his truly good friends as well. As he makes the film, he also can't seem to keep himself out of trouble either, doing things such as making homemade explosives for practical effects, which upsets his parents as well as his therapist. The movie definitely has a funny side to it as well. Its sometimes dark and somewhat weird sense of humor caused me to laugh out loud quite a few times. The movie also has some very genuine moments dealing with James and his family and friends that are heartwarming. What's also interesting is we feel for the captors as well. While they were strange and definitely did something horrible, they loved James and certainly tried to raise him to the best of their ability. The cast all do terrific work here, starring Kyle Mooney as James Pope, the 25-year-old who's been obsessed with a children's television show and decides he's going to make a movie to finish the series. Mark Hamill as Ted Mitchum, the inventor James thought was his father, who invented and performed as Brigsby Bear. Greg Kinnear as Detective Vogel, the cop who was the head of James's case, who feels sorry for him and helps him out with making his movie in a few different ways. Matt Walsh and Michaela Watkins as Greg and Louise Pope, James's actual parents, who are thrilled to finally have their son back, but are worried about the state he's currently in. And Ryan Simpkins as Aubrey, James's sister, who helps him find friends and complete his project. Brigsby Bear is one of the most original and creative films I've seen all year and is a hidden gem definitely worth checking out. I'm going to give it the rating of A-List approved. That's right, it gets the A-List seal of approval. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. youtube.com/westside515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/westtroupaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WesAList. Until next time, Troop out.